Hi, so I haven't recorded yesterday and I think the day before, I think, I'm not sure. This weekend was fun. Met Ashu and Anshu and Emma, then we went to play darts. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying going out and spending time with people like how it was in the past when I was always bent on staying in my shell, staying introverted. It's just different, newer sides of me surfacing, and I'm liking them. Like the social aspect, I'm giving into it willingly. I'd like to change into that and be more interacting, social, communal. These things are appealing to me more often than before. And reflecting on the homeless drive, I truly was planning or moved enough to think that I would want to identify initiatives or drives for the homeless, be a part of them, participate. It was fleeting, however, and it wasn't fleeting. I just have to plan my days better, my Friday nights better, in order to allow for this to coexist with that communal aspect that I'm craving. So I need to come back early, plan in accordance, sleep, so it just doesn't seem like a taxing activity on a Saturday morning. I'm sure uh, that I'll be able to do it if I just plan well, plan in advance. I went to East Ham on Saturday, just by myself. Just wanted to go there by myself. I've always heard that a lot of Indians stay there. It's sort of like an Indian community. In an Indian ghetto, you just see Indians all around. It wasn't exactly like that. There were a lot of Indians, surely, but there were a lot of Middle Eastern immigrants and all of those, everyone, too. I went there. I researched a bit and then I went there to eat in the specific place called Hyderabadi Bawarchi because I was missing home. Just wanted a part of home. And my granddad also, Papa's always told me, Chala Salu, Ellu, Chudu, and every time he brought it up, I used to shut him down saying, I don't want to do that. I'm happy. I just don't want to keep. I guess in a more deeper sense, I'm having this identity crisis, or severe as that sounds, but in a way, yes, I'm finding it hard to belong, and I'm trying to carve out niches or carve out spaces where the sense of belonging is offered to me, and I'm assured a sense of belonging. I think ultimately was that at its core. That took me to East Ham. It was an hour away on the tube. It was very, very far off, and I was cognizant of the travel time, but it didn't deter me. I can think of so many other things that could have taken me half the commute time, but were good enough for me, good enough to deter me from doing said activity. But this doesn't. I'm just going to say, I'm saying that it goes to show that how much I was willing to undertake, or more than usual, more than I would in the traditional sense of things, that I wanted to go. And all these things are cropping up and surfacing after you left me, and now I just want to belong somewhere. That is one way it manifests. And the other way is that, yes, I'm, like I said, actively blocking you and actively trying to do things that would cement these degrees of distance that you have sowed and cultivated or harvested between us. I want that to stay. Don't want it to just be like, yeah, the other day you were saying these very touching and heartfelt things, and it's not that I don't feel the same. It would be, the easy option would be for me to say, yeah, cut all this out, what we've, this distance that has come between us, let's get back. That would have been easy for me to say. I don't think you understand, but I still didn't want to say that. I had to stop myself from saying that consciously, because in that moment, it is very easy to give in. It is very easy to say that we want to get back, so we should. But to what avail? Are you going to come back and tell me in 2 weeks if things revert to their previous state, that it is again becoming difficult for you to proceed? It is becoming difficult. It is becoming unbearable for you, and you'd like to take a break again. I can't allow that. When it is within my hand to hedge myself against that possibility, I should. I'm trying to see why I should feel uprooted, why I should feel so fractured every time you come and do that. So in order for us to get back, it should take more than us finding it hard to stay without each other, finding it difficult to cope without each other, finding it unbearable to stay without each other. It should take more than that. It should take it begs a fundamental restructuring. Okay, now if I go back to how I was before, it is going to cause you equal degree, a lot of pain. Again, it will make it unbearable for you. It will make it, you won't be able to digest the fact that it's reverted to its previous stage. Yes, so I can't do that. So we need to discuss what I need to do, what I can do, what I'm able to do. And just as I'm saying that, I too have certain things that I would need you to change fundamentally before we entertain this talk of getting back with each other. And for me, that would be validation, a thorough familial validation from your side. I need you to tell your parents. You can't just tell me, it is no longer going to work for me if you come to me and tell me that it's too early, and then you can't tell your parents, because if you do, when you do, it means the immediate follow through from their end to have smart. If that is going to come to it, then well, we should be ready for it. Or we can consider the fact that it might not happen. It need not happen right away, but I need you to tell your parents. I need it out there. I don't want to be treated like an outsider. I don't want to be kept as a secret in a little box away. I don't want. I told you about how much it pained me మొన్న వాళ్ళందరినీ పెట్టి ఫోటోల్లో నన్ను పెట్టకున్నప్పుడు ఏమన్నావు, నాకు ఎప్పుడు అలాగే ఉంటుంది, జొఫగాలు అయితే పెడతాను, నిన్నైతే పెట్టను. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ బుల్షిట్? వేరే వాళ్ళు అందరూ పెడతారు, నేను పెట్టను, నాకు ఎప్పుడు ఇట్లా. ఓకే, సో వీళ్ళు ఎందుకు పెడుతున్నావు? అందరికీ చూపించాలి, ఆ హ్యాండిల్లో పెడుతున్నావు, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ ఇది అది అంటే I don't understand. I don't want to be that little secret in your box. If you're unable to show me to the world, it's going to cause me pain. నాకు కూడా చాలా ఉన్నాయి. And what were you telling me today? That half the time you spend apologizing to me for the things. Don't agree with it. Sometimes you talking, it just does not make sense. And even the other day, saying that statement would have triggered me. In the past it has, and I've told you. Still used it, but I was very composed, and I told you, see, it's not going to work out this way. You shouldn't rather be saying these things that are going to trigger me to that extent. You shouldn't. Please stay away from stay at a distance from saying those things to me. It's hurtful, quite hurtful. Today you're saying, yeah, if you feel like half the time you spend with me you're apologizing for things you've done. Okay, I guess it's better you don't stay together. I'm consciously doing this. Let's see how far this goes. I'm willing to take anything, any steps, whatever, to solidify this. This has gone on for way too long, and you can't just do that and come and say, even today you're trying to displace, you would truly trying to displace the burden of breaking up onto me. Don't. Own it. You've done that. You've told me you wanted to break up. Just own it. Don't have to push that burden on me because it would seem more palatable to you. Don't do that. You called for a breakup. You did this. Accept it. It's not right what you are doing. Yeah, alright, talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of things to get over you. I'm going to continue to keep doing that. And the way you just every time. I mean, we thought we were going to be friends, so let's just be that. If I'm telling you certain things, you want to listen to them, tell me. If not, then just don't. Don't threaten me saying, you tell me the whole thing or it's not going to work out. What do you want? Why you keep fighting? It's just, it's, it's a shame that I had to come to this. It's a damn shame that you called me and said you can't do this. It was always like that. Something broke from your end and you came and told me, and now it's not palatable to you. Leave all this. Don't need all of this. It's fine. You just do you. I'll do me. Alright.